No, there's not something wrong with the sound. The sound is fine. The sound is working just fine. What can I say? Now, it is the result I was expecting. So, but it still doesn't make the loss feel any better. I guess if you're going to be eliminated in the round of 16, it might as well be against the mighty Brazil. Might as well be. And maybe if Brazil can go all the way, beat Belgium, beat the winner of France, Uruguay, go to the finals, and whether it's England or Croatia, whoever the hell they face, Sweden, I don't know. And if Brazil can win the whole thing, then maybe it'll make the loss sting less. Unless we could say, oh, well, they got eliminated by the guys that went all the way. Now, it is true that they were just eliminated by the favorites. That is true. But how do you go 7 straight times to the round of 16 and not one time make it to the quarterfinals? How does that happen? I mean, this is an unbelievable streak. 1994. Mexico, this was the World Cup in the U.S. Mexico looked really good in the group stage. Really good. I think they had a draw against Italy, who I believe, they went to the finals, Italy. But they looked really good. And that squad is one of the best Mexican national teams of all time. They go play Bulgaria. Of all the losses, that's the most embarrassing one, all right? But they play Bulgaria. It goes to penalty kicks. They get eliminated in penalty kicks. You know what? Fine. Shit happens, okay? 1998. They make it to the round of 16. Once again, they make it out of the group stage. They run into the mighty Germans, right? They lose to Germany. They were leading the game, by the way. Big goal, 1-0, and then 2 late goals by Germany. Boom, boom, it's over. Goodbye, Mexico. And goodbye to those amazing jerseys, which I wish they would bring back. 2002. That was in France, by the way. 2002, South Korea, Japan. Mexico defeats Croatia. Okay, who else was it? Ecuador. I forget who the other team was. They have a draw against Italy. You're thinking, hey, this is a good year. They're going to play the United States in the round of 16. What happens? 2-0. They get eliminated. They got eliminated by a team who, at that time, had their number. That's the reality. So it's a wrap for their ass once again. 2006, we are in Germany. Mexico, this time, by a miracle, makes it out of the group stage. Right? And they end up facing Argentina. No one gave them a shot. They were big underdogs, right, in that game. One of the best round of 16 games I've ever seen. Rafa Marquez scores a goal. They're up 1-0 once again, right? Equalizer. And then in extra time, Maxi Rodriguez hits one of the best goals I've ever seen. That goal was unreal. He tries that 100 times. He hits it one, maybe 4 or 5 of those times. Okay. That was an unbelievable goal. Argentina advances. Mexico goes home packing. 2010. Mexico does okay in the group stage. They do what they got to do to advance. Then they run into Argentina again. This time, they get beat, what was it, 3-0? It was not the classic game that it was 4 years prior. Mexico eliminated again. Once again. That was in South Africa. 4 years ago in Brazil, Mexico again makes it out of the group stage. A group which included Brazil. It was not considered an easy group whatsoever. They have a draw against Brazil in the group stage. They end up going against the Netherlands in the round of 16. Mexico scores first. Dos Santos scores an incredible goal. They're up 1-0. What happens? Equalizer. Controversial call. I don't think it was a penalty. Whatever. They get the penalty. They score the penalty. This is really late in the game. And Mexico loses. 2018. Here we are. Mexico's in the group of death. How's Mexico going to get out of the group stage? I knew they were getting out of the group stage. They always get out of the group stage. They almost didn't, by the way, but nonetheless, I figured there's a really good chance Mexico's going to get out of the group stage. They come out, they beat Germany, they beat South Korea, 6 points right off the bat, and then what happens? What happens? They do horrible in Sweden, right? And they have to play Brazil. They run into Brazil. It's unbelievable to me that in 4 games, this team only scored 3 goals. That's all Mexico scored in 4 games. 3 goals. That's all they scored. That's amazing, right? I do wonder, this was expected, all right, for me anyway. But I was hoping I was wrong. I was hoping something happened because sometimes shit happens. Out of 7 times, at some point, they're bound to get to the quarterfinals. Like Russia gets to the round of 16 against Spain, and then they advanced, right? I mean, this is insane. This is crazy. I seen Costa Rica go to the quarterfinals. Okay. South Korea has been to the quarterfinals. I mean, it's when you look at the teams that have been to the quarterfinals, some are very quality teams. Some, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, but you tell me Mexico can do it out of 7 tries? 7 tries. Out of 7 tries, you can't get to the quarterfinal. That is insane. It's, I don't care. Like, think about that, right? If you have a 20% chance of winning out of 7 tries, you're going to win 1 time. All right? But anyway, but it hasn't happened. I don't know how long this is going to last, okay? I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to last. 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, I did a video here on YouTube, and I talked about El Tri. I talked about the Mexican squad, okay, and how embarrassing they were in the CONCACAF qualifiers, and how they were seconds away or a minute away, basically, from being eliminated and not making it to the World Cup, but a last-second goal by the United States in another game, right? Who did they eliminate? Panama? I forget. Okay. But, and there's that epic rant by the Mexican broadcaster, just going on the Mexican players and saying, God bless USA. They're the reasons you got in, and not you, the USA, the whole nine. Okay. And I remember saying then that team did not deserve to be in the World Cup. The fact that they got out of the group stage and played the Netherlands and were up 1-0 for a while and had a real good chance of winning that game, the fact that happened was almost a miracle. But looking back, maybe in the long run, it would have been better for the federation, the whole nine, because they need to just revamp everything, right? Obviously, the way the Mexican Federation is running the show doesn't work. It is obvious. Now, there's only so much they can do, but I got to tell you, this whole changing managers all the time, all that is just getting out of hand. They hire these managers with unrealistic expectations. Okay. Oh, here, you got to win the World Cup or we're going to fire you. Like really? You got to make it to the quarterfinal or else. This is insane. All right. Now, I don't have all the answers, all right, but the philosophy, the core of the Mexican Federation just has to change. It just has to change. They have to send more players to play in Europe, okay? More players to go play in Brazil and a lot of these countries, all right? They need to do that more. Like, I know that Televisa and all that, there's a lot of money in the Mexican League, and the Mexican League overall has been good. But you need more players, okay, playing overseas. All right? You need that. You absolutely need that. You have to throw your hat in as many tournaments as possible. As a Mexican Federation, okay, you need to step forward, and whenever you have this CONCACAF Gold Cup, okay, which means trash to me, okay, at this point, instead of it being the Mexico versus USA show, all right, then you should invite more teams, all right, quality teams to come play in these tournaments. You have to schedule more friendlies against world-class teams more often. This is a long-term solution. There's no short-term solution here. Oh, we're going to fire Osorio, we're going to hire so-and-so now. That's not going to fix the problem, right? You've been doing this, changing managers every 2-3 years or less than that at times. Okay, you've been doing that since forever. And since forever, we end up getting the same results every 4 years. Nothing has changed. I know that it's all circumstantial. I know that. But the ridiculous things people are saying, like, oh, they should have beaten Sweden is what they should have done. And then what? Did they have to play Switzerland? They couldn't even beat Sweden. What makes you think they'll beat Switzerland? Like the arrogance of the Mexican Federation and yes, the Mexican fans, it needs to end. What do you have to be arrogant about? I see more praise for the Mexican team from all these analysts, all right, that are not Mexican. I mean, it's insane. Look, I thought with my head on this one, I knew Brazil was going to win. I knew there was a chance Mexico could win. I was hoping that happened. But I knew what the odds were here. And if you saw that game, look, I don't know what they were thinking. Okay. Look, I don't want a Monday morning quarterback the thing. And hindsight is 2020, right? Look, they went out there, and for the first 20, 30 minutes, Mexico just went all out. Okay. I mean, they emptied the clip, right? And then they blew their load. Okay, they did. And then they were spent. Brazil weathered the storm, and then it was a wrap, right? Just like that. It was a wrap for their ass, okay? And for everybody that was pumping up Lozano because he scored a goal against Germany, where was Lozano? I couldn't find the guy. What did he do in this game? What did he do in the last game before this? I mean, I don't want to have a discussion about who should have been where and this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, a lot of things, a lot of changes need to take place. All right. And they need to think more long term when it comes to these changes. Right. It's like they hire a manager and they want to see results immediately. Right. They want it to be like best team in the world immediately, or else you're done. Like that's dumb. All right. Look, I don't know if it's time to get rid of Osorio or not. I have no idea. Okay. I don't know. I just hope that they find, it's kind of like, to me, like when the U.S. hired Klinsmann, right, from Germany, like the unrealistic expectations that U.S. media and U.S. fans and pundits or whatever had for Klinsmann, like they expected him to turn the U.S. into like a World Cup powerhouse or something, right? It was just unrealistic, right? It just was. Like, he doesn't have the talent to do that. Like, what do you want the guy to do, right? Like, he can't get 30 years younger and play for them, right? So, okay, and that's kind of how I feel about the expectations that people put on these. Mexico has had some really good managers, right? They really have. They've had some really good managers. So, and they just got rid of them because they didn't get the result they wanted. That is just pathetic. That's pathetic. It doesn't resolve anything, obviously. You're still getting the same results. The overall quality of play, like, it's like you're going up against the world, okay? You're going up against the world. You can't have unrealistic expectations. Like, I could see like a Brazilian manager having those expectations. Like, hey, you're managing Brazil. Look at the talent you have. Yeah, you better make it to at least the semifinals. I could see Brazil having those expectations. They have 5 World Cups. Who knows how many finals they've reached, how many semifinals they've reached, how many quarterfinals they've reached. Mexico can't get past round of 16. The round of 16. Okay. They can't get past that. South Korea made it to the semifinal one time. And everybody's talking about a curse. Look, the only curse going on, right? The only curse is the curse of the Federation here, because they're doing a disservice, right? Overall here, right? Now, with that said, I got to talk about Neymar. Okay. Neymar rolling around, okay, in the ground, acting like he just got shot with a shotgun in his knee or something, like they just kneecapped him or some shit, was pathetic. That was literally a parody of what non-soccer fans say soccer players do on the ground. That's what that was, right? Because yes, soccer players do flop. It does happen. It does annoy me. But that was literally a parody of that. Like if they were to have a Saturday Night Live parody of soccer players, flopping, that's what it would look like. That was pathetic. Okay? That was absolutely pathetic. And FIFA needs to address this issue, right? It makes the game overall look terrible. That was pathetic. Now, some people are saying red card. I don't know if I'll go that far. At least a yellow card. Okay. But I mean, obviously, it's, for my understanding, it should be a red card. I'm just kind of giving you my perspective, but a lot of time is being wasted there. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Okay. I mean, how pathetic is this? At the end of the game, right? All over social media, instead of people talking about Brazil winning, and instead of, oh wow, look at the goal by Neymar, instead of talking about that, okay, they're posting memes of Neymar on the ground. Okay, like it's just they did a video like with rolling by Limp Bizkit. He's rolling all over the place. That was just pathetic. In a Switzerland game, it was pathetic. It was pathetic here. What are you doing? And then 2 minutes later, he's back up, sprinting across the pitch. I mean, this is stupid. Okay, what are you doing? I mean, how embarrassing? I can't picture Ronaldo doing that. I'm talking about Brazil's Ronaldo, or even Portugal's Ronaldo. I mean, I'm not saying world-class players don't flop, but that was a parody, okay, of how people say soccer players, like, oh, I don't watch soccer. They're just flopping around and acting like they're hurt on the ground. That was literally a parody of that. That was pathetic. Okay? Doesn't Neymar know that he lives in an age of HD television? Doesn't Neymar know that we have 1080i? Okay, 1080p. How? We have 4K now. Even better than that. We could see these things very clearly. We could clearly see that nobody hit you that hard to warrant that little tantrum. Okay? Like literally, I've seen little kids do that. Okay? Where they're acting all hurt so mom could give them attention and shit. Okay? That's literally what I was waiting for Neymar's mommy to show up in the middle of the field. Okay? To give him the Santa Colita de Rana and all that shit. Right? I was just waiting for her to kiss his knee like, ay, pobre mijo. I was just waiting for this shit. Right? This is absolutely, it's stupid. Cholo is 40 ounce. What's going on? I agree. Christopher Cornfield Neymar is a terrible with flopping. People have been talking about the flopping for a while. Bulgaria was a good team, though. I think Bulgaria ended up third place in '94. They were. Boxing fan, first 30 to 35 minutes, they played fine, but then they led Brazil into the game. I don't think they let Brazil do anything. I think they ran out of energy. Joe Lopez, 40 ounce. Maxi Rodriguez goal was a dagger in the hearts of Mexican fans. What a goal. Yeah, what a goal. Boxing fans, so now that the World Cup is over for Mexico, what was Mexico's best performance between 2014 and 2018? Against Germany. All right. Afroican said he lost $30. Prince White Charming, South Korea made the semifinals. Yeah. AJ10, the game went how I predicted. Joe Lopez 40 ounce. Costa Rica was in the real group of death and advanced. John Green Trujillo, I'm calling Maradona. I need some cocoa. AJ10 embellishes the fouls. To me, it is not flopping. John Green Trujillo, they should not have kept Miguel Herrera or La Volpe from Tigres. All right, Cybernetic Slayer, Neymar flops more than LeBron. AJ10, flopping to me is laying down when there is no or minimal attack. Prince White Charming, the Mexican defenders failed versus Sweden and Brazil. Boxing fan, Mexico is not even in the next Copa America. From my understanding, they don't want to be in it. And if that's true, that's terrible. John Green Trujillo, Miguel Herrera was a really good coach, man. They should have kept him. I agree with that. AJ10, William played at a different speed than anyone on Mexico. Yeah, William played really, really good. They should keep him in the field more, by the way, Brazil. And if they play France, they better have him on the field. They need that speed. Boxing fan, Mexican League also left the Copa Libertadores. Shaking my head. What a terrible idea. Miguel Mondragon says Neymar looked bad flopping like that. I do agree with AJ10. It's not really the flop. It's just the terrible acting he was doing on the ground. John Green here. I know La Volpe was just a 3-game transitional manager, but damn, at least he made Mexico more creative. Yeah. AJ10, in hindsight, you cannot approach Germany and Brazil the same way. No, you cannot. Cybernetic Slayer's second half was shit from Mexico. Prince White Charm decided you see the Belgium versus Japan. Yes, I did. And we'll talk about that. AJ10 Brazil has the best defense in all the teams left. Which is some, ain't that some? When people think Brazil, you're not thinking defense, but it's not what comes to mind. But I do believe they're a complete team. AJ10, they have only allowed 4 shots on goal in all the World Cup. Cybernetic Slayer, Brazil versus AJ10. Mexico didn't fail today. The loss against Sweden was a bigger loss. Cybernetic Slayer, Brazil versus Belgium should be awesome. I agree. AJ10, they would have fared better against Switzerland. The right side of the bracket is wide open. I agree with that. Japan looked really good early versus Belgium. Japan looked really good. AJ10, Mexico could have been in that mix. John Green Trujillo, Klinsmann was dev coach. He was there to develop the team. That's all he could do. Development coach, gotcha. Joe Lopez, 40 ounce. Neymar is a clown. Prince White Charming. Mbappe is greater than Neymar. Eddie Alem, Neymar is more dramatic flopper than James Harden. Cybernetic Slayer, Zidane would have headbutted Neymar to the next millennium. Prince White Charmin, Manu Ginobili doesn't flop as much as Neymar. AJ10, Neymar embellishes more for Brazil than he does with his club teams. Probably too embarrassed to do it in the club teams. John Green Trujillo, AJ10, and that ain't the truth. I remember his game back in the Confederations Cup. He acted like he got Hadouken uppercut while getting back down. Eddie Alem, I'm not even amused by Neymar's pathetic antics. It's more infuriating than anything. I agree with that. Show up as 40 ounce flopping and wasting the clock is an epidemic in soccer. The type of behavior doesn't happen in American football because they stop the clock. Cybernetic Slayer, I'll be laughing in Brazil. Gets blown out again after that Neymar shit. Mandragon says Japan almost won at the end with an amazing free kick. John Green Trujillo says his ankle seemed fine during his goal. Looked like it snapped, and it was sprinting just fine later on. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Cybernetic Slayer, Sana, LOL. Pierre, this alliance says, what was the score? It was 2-0. John Green Trujillo says, what made me laugh was when he got injured 4 years ago. I laughed because I can't take his injury seriously with all his fish flopping. You notice when he got hurt for real, he wasn't doing all that shit. Prince White Charming, if you were a coach, who would you rather have? Kylian Mbappe or Neymar? Mbappe. John Lopez, 40 ounce. France beats Brazil. Brazil has a very good defense, says Prince White Charming. Brazil defenders shut Lozano down. Yeah, he got shut down, right? AJ10 teams New Vela wants to cut in left, and Lozano wanted to cut in right. Boxing fan, Mexican Federation only care about the money, the moolah. AJ10, Mexico should make more European friendlies. I like these big games on the road. They should. Mexico should most definitely play more European friendlies. To have more friendlies altogether. You know, that they should. So I caught up to all the comments there. For all you guys listening live right now, do me a favor, thumbs up the video. Right? I got to tell you, man. Belgium versus Japan was extremely surprising. Okay. All right. Alem, especially more friendlies against England. Right. 8 to 10. Mexico can do a few things to better their federations. It would involve making less money. John Green Trujillo, Neymar's flopping actually does piss me off because of the impression it gives. That's why Charming these styles, since Mexico and Portugal are out, who are you cheering for? I got a default, to I will not go for Uruguay because of Suarez. I don't like Suarez. I've never hated a player this much. At least Neymar didn't bite somebody, but I can't stand Uruguay. It's a long story, but I'm gonna go for Colombia, man. I know. I'm rolling with Colombia for now. We'll see how far Colombia makes it. I know they're gonna play England tomorrow. I'm hoping they win, though. I think England's gonna take it, but I'm hoping Colombia can take it. And then I usually like Brazil, but just Neymar just rubbed me the wrong way. I think this can't get worse this time. Now Mexico won't compete against good teams by being out of the Copa America. I don't know the full story behind that. From my understanding, the Mexican Federation doesn't want to be in it. That is horrible. That's a horrible idea. What are you doing? Why wouldn't you want to be in the Copa America? I mean, that's dumb. Miguel Mandragon, I go for Russia now or Colombia. I ain't going to go for Russia. Maybe it's a jealousy thing. I just don't want to see other teams do good that don't belong there. Belgium needs to clean up their defense if they want to be taken seriously by Brazil. Look, if Colombia gets eliminated, all right, I'm going to roll with Belgium or Croatia, okay? But for now, Colombia is my team. Let's see. Belgium needs to clean up the defense and they want to seriously take down Brazil. Yeah, they do. Mbappe, says Prince White Charming. He's a big fan. Boxing fan, you think Colombia beats England? I think they have a good shot, but England is my official prediction. Colombia because Latino. Yeah, that's right. So I'm cheering for France, says Prince White Charming. AJ10, I have England in a tough game. Yeah, it might be a good game, actually. I'll give England this, man. They're not in boring games. Cybernetic Slayer, hope Colombia obliterates England. John Green Trujillo, don't worry, Suarez only bites Italians. Probably thought it was like lasagna or some shit. Ha, I get it. Eddie Alem, I'll root for Belgium, Colombia, and Sweden. Prince White Charming, Colombia chokes in knockout games. And I think they will again. Jeez. Miguel Mondragon, Japan and Qatar are invited. You know, I don't know much about Colombia as far as like 1994. You know, I've always, you know, whenever I remember I saw the documentary of Escobar. I forgot his first name. And no, not the drug dealer. Okay, the one that got killed. And they always say, well, Colombia was one of the favorites. Like Colombia was one of the favorites in that World Cup. Like, is that true, or is that just what they say in the documentary? You know? Qatar in Copa America? I don't know. Are they? Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Japan in the Copa America, to be honest. I'd love to see Spain and Portugal in the Copa America. You know? They should get that money together, because if you can imagine Copa America, Portugal, Argentina at some point or in the final, that's probably your last shot to make that happen. Right? Either France or Belgium win the cup, says Cybernetic Slayer. Boxing fan, yeah, that's what I heard. Mexican Federation didn't want to be in the Copa America. Something to do with scheduling. Well, you make fucking room in your schedule, you dumbasses. Right? Are you kidding me? Schedule for what? What do you mean scheduling? All right, so Qatar's getting invited. Interesting. At the 10, the favorites to me are Brazil or France. I think that's going to be a semifinal game. Joe Lopez 40 ounce. I heard CONMEBOL doesn't want Mexico in the Copa America because Mexico doesn't send its A squad. Same thing happened to the U.S. in Copa America. Oh, well, that was the A squad that got obliterated by Chile. Right? See, John Green Trujillo. I'll roll with Team French Africa if Colombia gets eliminated by England. Now, the African All Stars. All right, John Green Trujillo. Too bad they weren't made of garlic. Get it? Yeah. Andres Escobar. Yeah, there you go. Prince White Charming Luis Suarez bit one of the Chelsea players during his Liverpool days. Jesus Christ. John Green Trujillo. I mean, when shouldn't it be like if you bite one person one time, that's like a red card. If you do it twice, that should be like a 4 or 5 year ban. Can't go around biting players, man. That's ridiculous, dude. Like honestly. Trujillo, I mean, when you have an overbite like Suarez, you have to bite something. What is Suarez? Is he teething or some shit? Cyber Slayer, Mexico needs time to mess around with strippers. Joe Lopez 40 ounce, US stopped getting invited too for not sending this A squad. Why wouldn't you send your fucking A squad to the Copa America? Jesus Christ. All right, I hope France wins 5-0 against Uruguay. I wouldn't mind that. Let's see, John Reed Trujillo, Gold Cup and Copa America intertwined. They don't get a Confederations Cup bid winning the Copa America. They could figure all that out, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, John Reed Trujillo, he actually did get suspended for the 2014 incident with the Italians. Good. Okay, Prince White Charming Suarez also kept calling one of the Manchester United players the N-word. Jesus. Because Mexico and the U.S. send their A squad to the Gold Cup, that is CONCACAF. All right. John Trujillo, not to mention the handball from the 2010 World Cup. You know, in my opinion, all bullshit aside, I know I've done a video about this before, but the Americas should be like one, right? To me, CONCACAF is completely unnecessary. It just is. It is. Sorry. All right. You got the U.S., Mexico, and who else you got? Costa Rica, Panama, and then Honduras. And after that, I mean, the quality is just horrible. It's horrible. Okay, Guatemala, like really? And no offense to the, you know, to like the what do you call them? Little islands or whatever. You know, the Bahamas and all that. No offense, but it's just not that good, you know. Like, but that's just another story. It's just another story. All right, let's see. Miguel Mondragon, last time Mexico sent their A squad and still lost to Chile. Yeah. 7-0. Prince White Charming US would never qualify for the World Cup playing South American teams. Well, I don't know about never, but they might miss a couple times. AJ10, the U.S. and Mexican Federation would not like to combine with CONMEBOL. I don't give a shit what they want. Like you know, like what? Like, oh, well, we don't want that. So? I mean, it won't happen because FIFA makes a lot of money from those countries making it to the World Cup, but Prince White Charming, they would have to bribe Colombia and Chile to make the World Cup. Joe Lopez 40 ounce. When they lost to Chile, that was the Copa America Centenario. Not the same as Copa America played in South America. Well, that was the Copa America. They just it's just that the U.S. hosted it. That's all. But it was a World Cup. I mean, I'm sorry, the Copa America. Prince White Charming or Trump would have to threaten to invade them. Ray Green Trujillo. No, bro, stop. Keep separate. Puerto Rico needs a chance. Puerto Rico? Do they even play soccer in Puerto Rico? Like, Sean Green Trujillo. It also doesn't help that was Osorio's first tournament where he just kept changing the lineup every game just to get blown up by Chile. Fan, apparently Copa America conflicts with CONCACAF's Gold Cup. The Gold Cup is worthless. All they got to do is change a couple dates, man. Like, it's not that complicated. But okay. It's just, to me, it's kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. Mexico would sometimes not qualify either. No, I agree. But it would make Mexico a better team. I'll tell you that right now. Trujillo. It also doesn't help that I read that. Boxing Fan. Apparently, Copa America read that. D-Style didn't mention Rafa Marquez playing since AJ10. Right. Maybe he forgot his walker. Right. The good thing is that we won't have look. And I feel bad saying this, man, because I'm a fan of Rafa Marquez. Right. I am, but he has no business there. Like, you know, it's just I'm getting tired of washed up motherfuckers. Okay, and playing like it's just, it pisses me off. Okay. Look, if you're washed up and a club wants to, like, that's fine. Okay. For club football, by all means. Okay. You could be as washed up as you want. Right. When Beckham was washed up, he went to go play for, LA Galaxy. Well, good for him. I don't care. Right. Honestly. You never know. I mean, Ronaldo's going to be so washed up one day in his 40s, and some club here in the U.S. is going to pay him like the Houston Dynamo is going to pay him like $2 million a year to play, like when nobody else wants to pay him, and he's going to go play. Okay, Um, you never know, but um, I don't know. It'll probably have to be like 10 million. All right, but nonetheless, that's fine. But this is the World Cup. All right, you've already played in your fair share of World Cups. You've already had your World Cup moments, right? It's time to let it go. It's like when Cuauhtemoc Blanco was playing in 2010. I mean, the shit was stupid. Okay, why is Cuauhtemoc Blanco in the freaking World Cup in 2010? He looked like a turtle running in the fucking field. It was fucking embarrassing. He wasn't fast as it is, and now he was old and washed up. Anyway, last World Cup for Guardado. How old is he? Let me scroll up. Sorry. Miguel Mondragon combined North and South America and Asia with Oceania. Yeah, like Oceania, like what? Why is that a thing? Like that can't be a thing. All right, like I'm sorry, it can't. John Green Trujillo, we do actually almost beat the USA. Boxing fan and La Liga Mexico left Copa Libertadores and instead play with MLS. These decisions hurt Mexican soccer. Well, because we all know that MLS is where it's at. Well, they obviously made that for money reasons, right? You guys know that, right? If you ever look up like richest clubs in the Americas, you'll be surprised how many MLS teams are there. You'll be surprised, right? And of course, there's the ones in Mexico, but whatever. Rafa will start in 2022. No way. There's no way. There's no way Rafa Marquez starts in 2022. And AJ 10 knew he would start a game, and it had to be. Like, it just had to be in the round of 16. Like, this is so stupid. After 7 different coaches. Prince White Charm, did you see Herculez Gomez trash Mexico and their fans after the Brazil game? No, I did not. Boxing fan, last World Cup for Guardado. I'm not sure. AJ 10, I just didn't expect it to be in the round of 16 against Brazil. 8-10, Mexico needs to rebuild their core for the 2022 World Cup. Joe Lopez, 40 ounce. The original Copa America already been held before the Copa America Centenario held in the U.S. I think Chile won both. If it wasn't for Santo Ochoa, this could have been 3 or 4-0. Prince White Charming, I think 32 or 31. Oceania has to play the last place AFC qualifying team. Australia is no longer an Oceania team. Oceania takes a spot in the Confederations Cup, which is awful. Rafa Marquez will end up being a manager after 6 others get fired and start himself in 2022. Guaranteed 7-0 losses. Miguel Mandron says, I think Messi plays World Cup in Qatar. I think Messi retires at the Copa America next year, retires from the national team. We'll see. I don't know if Messi will play again or Ronaldo. I mean, they're not playing bad. I mean, if we're honest. I think Messi no longer in his prime. I think that's a little clear, but he's still playing great. If fucking Rafa Marquez started a game, why can't Messi in 4 years? Right. But all right. You will be 37 in the next World Cup. Ah, man. I'm not sure how to feel about that. That's old for soccer, man. That's old. But The times are changing, man. Like it's times are changing. Technology today and all that. It's you never know, right? I hope he at least plays next year. Says Mondragon Trujillo to Prince. I doubt it. Goalies do have a long life in soccer. Ochoa might be there. Now, I like Ochoa, man. If it wasn't for Ochoa, that could have been 5-0 Brazil, right? Chelsea fan. Ronaldo older than Messi, but he's physically stronger. Maybe he can make it to 2022. We'll see. So 40 ounce goalies tend to last longer than other position players. Ochoa's a good shot at playing the next one. 37 is old for soccer, yeah. Goalkeepers can still play in their late 30s. But goalkeeper has a bit longer lifespan. Forwards age the fastest is age 10. Breaks all that sprinting. Mondragon steroids have made LeBron last long. Why not Messi? You're 7. Oh, jeez. Trujillo Gigi or Gigi was in his late 30s in the last cup. Ronaldo spends $3 million a year on fitness and conditioning. $3 million, bro. I don't know. I think he's overpaying by $2.5 million easy. All right, then it gets to talk here. Let's talk Japan, Belgium. That is one of the most exciting games I ever watched, but it did expose Belgium in many ways. And I agree with that comment. Shaw should have been the starter keeper in 2010. That is true. You never know. Maybe a lot of things would have been different if he was a starter keeper. But let's see here. Let me pull this up here. Let me watch this right now. All right, let's watch this. I can't put on my monitor because copyright and stuff. But here we go. Let's see. Come on. It's number 3 versus number 61. It's clearly lopsided on paper, but as Spain and Russia showed you yesterday, they don't play this one on paper. Mertens deflected. Lukaku. That was a good cross there, man. Japan's goalie with a great save. Yaraguchi. Look at that. From the right side all the way to the left side. Unbelievable. Off the pole. Now, I'm telling you, Japan 2-0 at 51 minutes. I honestly thought they were going to make it, man. Look at that. 68th minute. Belgium retaliates. What a header. Wow. Spin, boom, header. Crazy header.
How many times have we seen Marouane Fellaini in this spot get on the end of crosses? On this right side, set in, Chadli! Save! Chadli, again, Lukaku!
Man, what a save. The headers didn't work. All right. Here's a cross. Boom. Goal. Man, that was a heartbreaker, man. I felt bad for Japan. That's a horrible way to lose. I mean, what a horrible way to lose. I mean, you're up 2-0. You're up 2-0 in the 52nd minute, okay? And what a horrible That was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking. Let me see here. I would like to see a balance sheet, says AJ10. Right? What's he paying for? $3 million? Mexico needed Club Bentro. All right. Japan needs to develop their defense. They can be a real dangerous team if they do, says Prince White Charming. By the way, let me just say this. Japan had a great tournament, man. I mean, they just did. I mean, they go out there. Nobody gives them a shot. I didn't give them a shot to get out of that group. They got out of the group, okay? Their performance against, I mean, first of all, they beat Colombia, all right? Props to Colombia for overcoming that and still winning the group, but they beat Colombia. They come back twice against Senegal, right? I mean, to tie that game, I mean, you gotta give it to Japan, man. I think they did good, and then they come out and the sleeper of the group, Belgium, of the whole World Cup. Everybody's saying they're the dark horse. They almost eliminated the dark horse. So that was some. Ochoa in 2009 for Mexico was excellent, bro. I don't know why he wasn't starting. Much of the Japan players will be told for the 2022 World Cup, says Prince White Charmaine. All right, we're talking about, that shit got half the Mexico team suspended in 2011 for the Gold Cup. This is LOL to Miguel. All right. Prince White Charmaine, much of the Japan players would be too old. I read that. Belgium felt like a storm. Sooner or later, they would bring down Japan. Miguel Mondragon, I'm sure most athletes are on something anyways. All right. Prince White Charmaine, Japan also went through 2 coaches prior to the World Cup. A shout out to Japan, man. I think they did good. All right. They did really good. Now, let's talk about France really quick. Right now, France is about to play Uruguay. Okay. They're going to play Uruguay. I think France should win that game, but you never know. Uruguay, don't sleep on them, and France's defense is suspect. Okay, so that should be a good game, but I'm expecting France to win. If Brazil beats Belgium, I mean, just think about it. France basically played the entire tournament up until the final against nothing but South American teams. Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, and imagine if it's Colombia in the final. I mean, imagine if they could do that and just slay all the South American teams. It's kind of cool. We'll see if France can get it done. All right, Javier Aguirre was supposed to be Japan's manager in the World Cup originally. Oh, jeez. But got fired for betting on games in Spain. Unbelievable. Javier Aguirre. Hey, really? He would have had the Japanese players, not taking a risk. Japan would have been eliminated, easily. Oh, well. Could you imagine the bragging rights France would have over South America if they beat Argentina, beat Uruguay, beat Brazil, and then win the World Cup? I mean, could you just imagine that? I went through all of them. Now, look, I'm not saying they might run into Belgium, right? They might run into England or Croatia. Don't get me wrong. But could you imagine if it's Argentina eliminated, Uruguay eliminated, Brazil eliminated, Colombia wins the championship, wins the World Cup? France is world champion. They just slayed all the powerhouse teams of South America. Could he just imagine that? It's just a better story than anything. And it'll be heartbreaking for Latinos everywhere. Right? But it's we'll see. Can France do it? What do you guys think? Let's say now another way it could go is they could lose to Uruguay, but let's say they beat Uruguay, they could run into Belgium, and then they could play England or Croatia, and then it's not much of a story, right? But that'll be crazy. When Dragon says yes, 8-10 Uruguay has the best forward pairing in the World Cup. Cavani and Suarez. Simon Slayer, hell yeah, France can do it. Argentina, out. La poderosa Argentina, boom, eliminated. Uruguay, eliminated. Brazil, eliminated. Colombia, eliminated. France is world champions. Could you just imagine that? I mean, you would have to come up with some type of nickname for this France team if they were to do that, like the South American Slayers or something like that. It's quite charming. Griezmann and Mbappe might be better than Cavani and Suarez. I don't know, man. The only thing with Mbappe is that he is young. Okay, he is young. And so we'll see. You know what I mean? It's having a good game is one thing, but we'll see if he can, can he do it in the quarterfinal, semifinal, final? Can he do that? We'll see. I don't think he could shut down Mbappe, but he could contain him, right? Let's see here. Boxing fan says Paulo Maldonado was saying on Twitter that the Brazil from 2014 was better than this new version of Brazil. No, it wasn't. 2014 Brazil? Like, really? Really, Paulie? Paulie doesn't believe that. Okay? Paulo Maldonado does not believe that. Okay? This Brazilian team, there you go. AJ just said it. That they're more balanced. And, I mean, the defense is off the chain. The defense of this Brazilian team is off the chain. Mexico had one shot at goal the whole game. One shot at goal. That's it. That's all Mexico had. Paulie salty. Italy couldn't make it to the World Cup. Well, Dragon Jesus Corona didn't play for Jesus Corona didn't play for Mexico. Oh, it was a rap for his ass. It was a rap for his ass. Tecatito Corona. I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest with you. A lot of people are like, "Oh, they should have put Giovanni Dos Santos, or not as a substitution." And like at the end of the day, okay, it just doesn't matter, Like I think the result would have been the same. AJ10, Gio Dos Santos needed more time. I think they should have had him there as a starter. That's what I think, but Would have it made a difference? I don't know. But, I don't know. Who knows? The only problem with Dos Santos, he does tend to play hero ball a little too much. Okay. Another thing, by the way, because there was some instances where the Mexican players, man, like they're just looking for the damn penalty in the box, and it's like, can you at least try and score the damn goal? Like it just pisses me off, man. There was one play in the game. Lozano should have passed to Vela. Like, I've been telling people that Lozano, he just doesn't make smart decisions, and when he's passing, right? Like when he passed it to Chicharito and he got the assist, but it was a wrong pass. All right. It was a wrong pass. Sorry. And I told people, you do that shit against a team like Brazil, you're not going to score. Look at what happened. Okay, like it's just the way it is. Gio made one of the best goals I ever seen against the USA in a Gold Cup. And Giovanni Dos Santos should have started, man. What can they say? I think they needed his speed in there. I think that's what they needed. They needed more speed. I also think, in a way, Mexico lost their identity a lot in this game. They were a little too aggressive this World Cup, and for my liking, right? It's what happens when you go all out, okay, and the other team weathers the storm. Then what do? It's kind of like a boxer that goes in there and goes all out for like 5-6 rounds, and then he has no energy left for the rest of the fight. What do you think is going to happen? Right? Of course, the other fighter is going to weather that storm, because once you're out of energy, you're a sitting duck, right? Brazil, I mean, first of all, they were poised, right? They didn't get overwhelmed by the attack. Mexico played very well, but it's like they knew, like, we're going to weather the storm, and once we do that, it's a wrap. Yeah, they emptied the clip in 25 minutes. Take that, Brazil. Take that, Brazil. And Brazil was still standing. And then what do you do? Like, like you're not even getting shots at goal. It's crazy. And then you're trying to get penalties in the box. Can you try and hit it on goal? Shit happens when you try to hit it towards the goal. Okay, maybe an own goal happens. Maybe you get lucky and it gets behind the net. Whatever it is, try it. They emptied the clip. God, they emptied that clip. Like, they had 7 rounds of pure ammunition, right? They just. You ever see Rambo, like those machine guns with those those big bullets? Okay, they're all like, he puts them over his shoulder or whatever. Like Mexico had like 20 of those, and they went through all of them in 25 minutes. Right? Take that, Brazil. Throw the grenades. Throw the grenades. Throw the bomb. And then the smoke cleared. And there was not one scratch on Brazil. Not one scratch. Not one. You know, you ever see like Dragon Ball where like people are attacking like the bad guy, like Kamehamehas, and they're all doing like their finisher at the guy, like throwing all these power waves, whatever the hell you call them. Boom, pa, like the explosions and a bigger explosion. And then they're like just breathing hard, like, and then like the smoke clears and the dude is still there, doesn't have a scratch on him. Like, that's what happened here, okay? I mean, spirit bombs. They threw the spirit bomb. They did everything, okay? Like they make the spirit bomb out of all the Mexican fans, and they just dropped it on Brazil, and the goalie just blocked it. Like the one time that they had it on goal, okay? They ran out of ideas. They ran out of energy as well. What happened to Mexico's midfield soccer? What happened to it? Where is it? They just abandoned midfield play. They just abandoned it. You know, like look, you can't abandon who you are. You know, like you just can't say, okay, we're just gonna go and we're gonna attack. Let's catch them by surprise. Maybe if you weren't playing like that for the group stage, and then you want to come out like hard for the first 10 minutes, see what happens, okay. But it's not a surprise when you've been doing it in every game. And Sweden caught on to, but by the third game, Sweden caught on to it. They knew what to do at that point. You caught Germany by surprise, but Sweden already knew what you were going to do. You saw Mexico just attacking, like, let's just attack. You know, like what's. And they're not even ready for the counters. Like, it's just stupid. Guardado wasn't the same player after Germany. No. What happened to Guardado? I don't know. Mexico ran out of ideas in the second half. Cyber says threw a bunch of multivus and shit. Spirit bombs. Right? Final flash. Miguel Mondragon says, final flash. You know, I'm just trying to figure out here what people expected, you know? What did people expect out of this World Cup, you know, for Mexico? So we know for sure they're going to be in the 2026 World Cup. And I don't know how that format's going to be. So Mexico literally has one more shot. 2022 is Mexico's last shot to get out of the round of 16 in the traditional World Cup sense. Because the whole, I don't know what the format's going to be like in 2026. I don't know if there's going to be an extra round before the round of 16. I have no fucking clue. Mexico has one more shot. One more shot. You abandon who you are, okay? In the long run, you're not going to succeed. You're not. You know, it's hell. Look at what happened to Spain. Spain had no identity, right? They're still out there. They're still trying to score the perfect goal right now. Like they're out there trying to, like, Spain's somewhere trying to score the perfect goal. Spain's like that boxer that needs to land the punches perfectly, on the knuckle every single time. Okay. That's Spain. Like the punches have to be sharp and crisp every time. That's Spain. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say. All right. Thanks to everybody that joined me live. Mexico's been eliminated. Belgium is still in it. Croatia still in it. My original picks aren't doing so bad. Okay. My round of 16 predictions have gotten better. All right. They gotten better. I got Portugal wrong, but I got France right. Okay. I got Spain wrong, but I got Croatia right. I got Brazil right. I got Belgium right. Will England make it right? I'm hoping Colombia wins, but my official pick's England. You can't pick with your heart, man. You can't. And then, of course, Sweden, Switzerland is a toss-up to me, but I'm just rolling with Sweden. How sweet it is. That's Sweden. So I think Prince White Charming asked me, by the way, with Mexico out, who am I going to go for now? You know what? I'm still holding on to Colombia, but I unfortunately I think Colombia is going to be out. Okay, I hope I'm wrong, but I think they're out. I'm going to roll. All right, listen to this. I'm rolling with the Croatian sensations. Okay, if Colombia is eliminated, all right. I'm gonna roll with Croatia. I'm gonna go to court and give myself a Croatian first name, right? If Croatia wins this World Cup, let's see here. I mean, I'm just in a sudden mood to play chess or checkers when I see Croatia play, But you know what? I never thought of this, but I think that's my fascination with Croatia has to be because of my love of chess. Okay, and checkers actually. Okay, but the whole checker thing, that's probably what it is. It's I never thought about that, right? I never thought about that, but that's probably what it is. All right, Mexico did what they were projected to do since 1810. They were projected to come in second in the group and face Brazil. Well, they did just that. That's for sure. Right? That's true. So Sweden, how sweet it is. The Croatian sensations. Right? I don't got any more nicknames. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think I really care who wins Sweden versus Switzerland. I'm not that invested in that game. But I'm just look at me. I'm trying to find a way to like a team if Colombia gets eliminated, okay? And even though I'm not rooting for them or anything, but if Belgium wins, if Belgium goes all the way, I can't take credit for it because I didn't predict them to go all the way. Okay, that's not my prediction. So it's not. I'm not going to be here. Oh, I told you guys Belgium was going to go all the way because that's not true, right? But if they do go all the way, what I will say is, I did say before this whole thing started, do not sleep on Belgium. I did say that, right? In fairness. Now, then again, Belgium's been in a roll lately, so I'm not telling people something they don't know, right? And I also said, you know, if I was wrong about Senegal, Senegal didn't go as far as I thought they would. Okay. But along with Senegal, Croatia and Belgium were my two dark horses. Okay. So for what it's worth, France was, I am flip flopping between France and Brazil like almost every day. Right. I'm going to stick because when I made my bracket, I had Brazil winning. So I'm going to stick with Brazil. My original pick before the whole thing started was France to go all the way. After I saw France versus Argentina, I was kind of like, maybe I should have waited to switch my pick, but I'm going to stick with Brazil, even though I don't like Neymar, right? Let me tell you what I hope happens. Okay, let me tell you what my heart's telling me, right? My heart tells me, because I'm telling you guys what my head tells me. My head tells me England's going to win. Okay, that's what my head's telling me. My head tells me that I don't care who wins, and I don't know who's going to win. Belgium, I'm sorry, Sweden versus Switzerland. I don't know. I just don't know who's going to win that game. My head tells me that Brazil's going to beat Belgium, right? My head tells me France will beat Uruguay. My head tells me Croatia beats Russia. That's what my head. But my heart and my head tells me England's going to beat Colombia. But my heart tells me Colombia might go all the way. Okay. That's what that tells me. By the way, that country's been through a lot, right? And I'll be very happy for Colombia if they can go all the way. Will they? Probably not. Right? With that said, this is D Style. Thanks again for everybody that joined me live. I'll take some final questions if you guys have anything left. If not, I'm going to roll out. Okay? So is there anything you want to shoot at me? Shoot it now. Got a couple more minutes, and I'm going to end this whole thing. All right? What do you guys got? Nothing. All right. Hold on. Let me refresh here really quick. See if I can find one more thing here before I go. Let's see, England. Yeah, I just don't know how Colombia beats England, but there's been bigger upsets. So there's been bigger upsets. Let me look at this here. Come on now. I'll get to the chat in a moment. Let me just try to refresh this here. All right, let me go back to the chat. My bad. Jesus Christ, it's taking forever. Prince White Charming says, Dista, who will win the Golden Ball? In your opinion? Let me look at the landscape here. Who's leading right now? You know, with how weak the brackets are on the right side here, if they could get past Colombia, Just throw it out there. Kane from England. How about that? Okay. I originally thought Ronaldo would have won it, but they're out. So Ronaldo was my original pick, but he's out. So what are you gonna do? You know. I don't think any Russian player's gonna win it, and now with that Croatian defense heading their way. I haven't looked at the leaderboard or anything lately, though. Oh, for the okay. Not the golden boot. Gotcha. My bad. The golden ball. Okay, let me see. Well, it's not going to be somebody from England, so let me see here. Neymar's out of the question. I could guarantee they're not going to give it to Neymar because of the little antics he was playing. They're not going to give it to a guy that was rolling around the ground like that. Damn. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the tournament in its entirety here, so give me a moment. Ronaldo would have won if they weren't out. Has anyone ever won it if a team was eliminated like that early, like in the round of 16? You know what? If Mbappe could, if he wins the Golden Ball, the best player in the World Cup, and he's 19 years old, that's insane, right? If he can play the way he played against Argentina and have that impact against Uruguay and then against Brazil and then in the final, yeah, hell yeah, he'll win it, right? I missed 2 of France's games in the group stage, so I don't know how he played in those games. They might not give it to Mbappe because he's just young. You know, I don't know. There's some discrimination against younger guys. I don't know. Could they give it to Neymar? I don't think so, but I actually don't know, man. I don't. It's like a weird tournament to me. Like a lot of the successful teams, like they're playing as a unit. You know, like Brazil, it's the defense in its entirety. It's not one player. Croatia, it's the whole team. You know, like it's just hard to say. I honestly don't know. I have no idea who's the MVP. It's another way of saying it of the World Cup. We just got to see more of it. Yeah, Kane had the luxury of playing Panama when Panama was playing a horrible game. It's wide open, says agent, saying no team is being carried by one guy. Yeah. I could guarantee you if Ronaldo was still in this, he would be the front runner. I could guarantee it. Okay? I could guarantee you. If Messi would have scored like a game-winning goal against, France, they would have forgotten all about his previous games and he would have been the front runner, right? It's wide open. Like it honestly is wide open. The one thing standing out right now is the teams that just have that whole unit in place. Like I can't look at a player from Croatia right now and say, "Oh, that guy, he's the best player in the World Cup," because it's the whole team. It's a whole unit. So it's wide open. Plus, speaking of Kane or any other player, we still have to wait how they play against Colombia. I don't know. I just don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Wilbon would have said Messi is the GOAT all of a sudden. I still can't believe Wilbon acts like, you know, like Messi's playing with a, yes, historically Argentina is a powerhouse. And they're still, I mean, they're still a top team in the world, but I don't think there's much of a difference here. When people say like, "Oh, Messi has Argentina, Ronaldo only has Portugal," I mean, they make it sound like Ronaldo's playing with the Browns and Messi's playing with the Patriots. Like, it's not. It's no. Come on, okay. Modric is world class. AJ10. I don't watch soccer, but how is Messi better than Ronaldo? Wilbon didn't even know that Italy's not even in the World Cup. Did everybody hear what he said in that interview? Messi has the luxury of playing with a team that's eye to eye with Germany, eye to eye with Italy. Like, Italy didn't even make it, bro. Like, what? By the way, I can't wait to. I gotta be honest, man. I miss watching the Italians in the World Cup. Okay, they're always a wild card, and I love their style of play. Aside from their little rough tactics at times, aside from that, but it's Italian football. Okay, it's fun to watch. Plus, it's good to see a team that has Germany's number once in a while. Okay, eye to eye. It's been stupid. AJ10. A lot of federations are in a mess. Mondragon, Italy should have played instead of Panama. Argentina, Italy, Netherlands, U.S. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? You know? But here it is, guys. The World Cup. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't wait for the Copa America. I will be, whenever the Copa America comes around, I'll be doing videos on those. Can't wait to watch Chile again and Paraguay. Kind of like Paraguay. It's been a while since it's been in the World Cup, right? When was Paraguay last in the World Cup? Was it like 2002? They haven't been there for a while. What if Sweden takes out England in the quarters? Then Croatia's in. You know? What if Switzerland? What would be the most awkward, like the most like how can I put it? Like not the most shocking, but like the less dramatic World Cup win. Like would it be Switzerland? Like Switzerland are World Cup champions. Like that sounds weird, right? It's just like what? Switzerland. Sweden as well. Like it's just like Russia being World Cup champions, there would be an investigation immediately. People will be saying from now to eternity that the fix was in. Right? It's just saying. What happens in Russia? I just answered that. Was it Paraguay 2010? It could have been. Cybernetics there. England will get blown out by somebody. Well, I have England in the finals, so there you go. All right. I have England in the final. All right, guys. England is one of the better teams in their bracket. Yep. 8-10 as we speak. Spain is still passing in an unspecified field in Russia. Man, when it comes to playing keep away, nobody beats Spain, right? In a game of keep away, Spain, nobody beats, right? They're playing keep away with fucking Russia, right? The shit is insane. It's crazy. And like they have to score like a beautiful goal. It has to be perfect. You know, it's like so frustrating. You know, it's crazy, but sometimes you just got to get the ball in the box, okay, and kick it as hard as you fucking can towards the goal and just see what happens. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? You know, do something different once in a while, you know? So Spain is passing the ball in an unspecified field in Russia, right? Mexico is still attacking the Mexico is still relentlessly attacking the the goal, right? And and who else is like Germany is still still trying to make it to the round of 16, you know, somewhere. All right. That's it, guys. I am tired. So we're going to end this right now. Peace.